Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Megan. I'm an intuitive healer and I'm going to be doing a Divine Feminine check-in for you today. I previously just posted a Divine Masculine check-in reading, so if you're interested in that, that is also on my channel, and that one was going kind of long, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to separate them and I'll do one specifically for Divine Feminines to kind of perhaps get some guidance or messages for you in the current energy. Please know that these messages are timeless, so whenever it finds you, trust that there are messages for you, but as always, please use your discernment, your inner knowing. If a message is not for you, please do not try and make it fit. That can be very damaging to your journey, and just always checking in with your own internal guidance. Sometimes the messages that are meant for us don't feel good and they challenge our ego, and then sometimes the messages that are meant for us are super positive, but we're maybe in kind of like a shadow space where we're not able to hear that message, and we're in like darkness. So just always use your own internal guidance. Okay, I am going to pull some energy for the Divine Feminines to check in. Always know that these messages are meant to be taken for your Divine Feminine energy as well as your Divine Masculine energy. But since we're only tuning in with the Divine Feminine right now, and let's say maybe you're Divine Masculine watching, cross-watching, wanting to know what's going on, you can also apply these messages to your own inner Divine Feminine energy. And if you're watching as a Divine Feminine, you can get a little gaze, inward gaze at what's going on with your Divine Masculine's Divine Feminine energy within. All right, all the housekeeping's out of the way. If you like this message, please comment, please share. That really helps this channel grow. And helps other people get to see the videos. Without likes and subscribes, YouTube just doesn't pump these videos out. And of course, we want to be able to help as many people as possible. Oh, Divine Feminine. Okay. We'll see what's coming up. Oh, okay. Wow, we might be in some difficulty, Divine Feminines. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, well, this is going to be a really supportive reading today then. Okay, Divine Feminine. So, bottom of the deck, we're getting crown chakra. So, excuse me, crown chakra is all about knowing. Crown chakra is the channel from the above, from the heavens down, that you can channel those messages down into your body to be able to speak them, to share them, to embody them. When we're channeling, I'm using my crown chakra. That's what I'm using to bring down these messages for you. So there is potential and availability for you at this time, Divine Feminine, to really be in your inner knowing. But with this energy I'm seeing here, it feels like you may be getting challenged on it. And you know what it is? It's Spirit testing you. Spirit is testing you. And Spirit could be testing you through other people, through situations, through your Divine Masculine. Have I been tested by my Divine Masculine lately. So, let's dive in. Grab some clarifiers. It's a completion. There's endings here, so it's not all bad. It's just, if you watch the Divine Masculine reading, yes, they had some towers, but overall it was like really positive energy. And then the Divine Feminines are seeming to have a little bit more difficult of a time right now staying in the trust and the light and the faith. So let's just get some clarifiers before we channel. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, Divine Feminines. My heart always just feels so expansive for you guys, you women, you boys, all of you, men and women. I probably don't say that enough, but I use him and her just to keep it clear, but obviously Divine Masculines can be women and Divine Feminines can be men. Okay, so we're getting Two of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So this is Spirit letting you know, Divine Feminine, you have the power to step into your queenhood, to balance out these energies, balance out the yin and the yang, to balance out the chaotic 3D movement going on for you right now. It feels like there's a juggling here. It feels like an overwhelm energy. I'm not really getting that this actually has everything to do with your masculine. This is actually more in your life. So this could still be kind of cleanup and reorganization from the eclipse and everything that the eclipse stirred up, and a lot of those towers that the Divine Feminine was having not too long ago. We're not getting tower here today. But yeah, there is this balance, and this is Spirit letting you know you are the queen. You are the queen. You can do this. You are a master co-creator of your reality, of your environment. You do not have to be in this imbalance or struggle. You can harmonize. You can really step into these energies of balance. You know how to do this. You are mature, you are practical, you are generous. The message here on this card is nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. Yeah, so for there's a very specific message I'm getting for some, that if you have been engaging in your connection, your dynamic with your masculine, it may have been getting you out of balance, out of whack. There may have been an imbalance there where you have been perhaps falling into old patterns of overgiving. Perhaps you've been falling into patterns of closing your heart, and the queen never closes her heart. Perhaps you have been in a juggle, a kind of wait and see, not quite sure conflict energy around what's coming up there. But this message that I'm getting that's very specific is you are the Queen of Pentacles, Divine Feminine, and you are actually being asked to wear that crown right now. You are being asked to be in this energy and this truth and this knowing, and not allow anyone, Divine Masculine included, to take you off your game, off your throne, off your balance. Nobody can do that. The only person that can allow you to get into this juggle energy is you. No person can do that. No situation can do that. Nothing can get you into imbalance but yourself. So the ability to make anything more beautiful, and this nurture others, like nurture yourself but nurture others. Obviously nurture yourself first. I'm really feeling like this could be connected to these connections for some, like a very specific few, where give to yourself first. But then part of this mission right now is really in being this wise queen, this wise counsel. You can obliterate this energy within this Two of Pentacles energy within yourself and within others by being in this queen energy. Okay, so Spirit just wants to remind you that. Don't forget that. The Two of Pentacles and the Six of Swords came out together. So I do feel that for many, you are moving on from this imbalance. You are letting it go. You are kind of stepping away from the mental noise, anxiety, fear, conflict, all of that. You're not letting it control you or how you're taking steps and movement forward. Okay, but then to clarify this card specifically, we're getting the Nine of Cups. So I feel that for many Divine Feminines, you are detaching from your wish fulfillment. You are detaching from what you thought you wanted. Some are reevaluating. Some are getting very clear around where you thought you were in your faith and your trust and your knowing and holding on out of unconditional love, and then realizing, oh, maybe that wasn't unconditional love. Maybe that was fear. Maybe that was control. So some of you are getting really clear about that within yourselves, the places that you were in sort of grasping, frantic energy. So Spirit has been guiding you to detach. And this is not bad. This is not a negative thing. This is positive, because it's like, as a Divine Feminine energy, once you let go, once you trust, once you surrender, then it can come to you. So it feels very divinely guided and divine intervention that at this time you are moving away, because the grasp was a little too tight and it was causing a lot of setbacks, a lot of disappointment, a lot of fear around it. And when we have that fear, we kind of push the thing further and further away from us. Okay, so we're getting patience, number 14. This is the Temperance card in this deck. So Spirit is here to remind you. Oh my gosh, I just realized patience clarified, or temperance clarified by temperance. So in this deck, it's called Patience. In this deck, it's called Solutions. So we also, in the middle of these cards, got the clarifier of 5 of Gabriel, which is 5 of Wands. So this is conflict. This is conflict with yourself. This is conflict in your world around you. This is conflict with your divine masculine. For many, this is that conflict with your divine masculine. This is that pattern. This is that habitual karmic loop of fear, control, attachment, holding on, getting stuck, not surrendering, not allowing the spiritual intervention and the spirit guidance as patience. So it's like we get impatient, we're like, I want it now, and that gets us into conflict. And then sometimes that manifests as conflict in our external world, literally with our divine masculine. So the way through this conflict, divine feminines, is the solution you're waiting for and that you want is through this temperance energy. It's a balanced energy. A lot of messages of balance so far with this Two of Pentacles. It's harmony, it's self-control, it's forgiveness and healing. I like this. Success that comes from objective compromise. That is what temperance really is. Success that comes from objective compromise. So it's detachment. You're being asked to detach. You know, the only water that we have on this board so far is this 9 of Cups clarifier, and then we also have the 4 of Cups in reverse that we'll get to in a moment. But it's a very Pentacles energy today. It's a very Pentacles energy. It's a grounding, it's a balancing, it's a harmonizing, because divine feminine, your emotions are your superpower. It's your sweet spot. It's your strength. What Spirit's working with you on is the Pentacles, is the mind, is the detachment, is the letting go, is that bit. Because you already have this strength. And when the divine masculine is working on his emotions and his heart space, it naturally kind of draws the feminine into her material world, into her more masculine energies, into working through any kind of limitations there. Okay, so this is a 7. Okay. We're getting 3 of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Page of Cups, bottom of the deck, 6 of Cups here. So pain, heartbreak, loss around coming together and working together. It feels like many of you may have had a false start. Many of you may have tried to come together and work together, but there was conflict, there was disharmony, there was deception, there was lies, untruths, there was defensiveness, there was control, there was attachment. So this hope of this Page of Cups energy with this 6 of Cups energy, this reunion, this home, this family, this inner child healing, this safety, this beauty, this apology, it didn't come. It didn't come how Divine Feminine wanted it. It didn't come because Divine Feminine was in attachment. She was in a control, which was not surrender, which was not trust. So because of that, in Divine Feminine's energy today, we are getting the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. There is a loss here. She's experiencing a loss. This loss is actually profoundly divinely guided and gifted, because it is causing her to detach, to move on, to walk away. And that is, as hard as it is for the Divine Feminine, it is so necessary, and it is so empowering, because you see, if you watch the Divine Masculine reading, when the Divine Feminine walks away, look what it does to the Divine Masculine. He steps up. He gets into his power. He starts working the things that he needs to be working on, working with Spirit. Wow, okay. Okay, beautiful, Divine Feminine. So, 4 of Cups in reverse, we're working on releasing this pain and kind of fear around this cup that was not accepted, this cup of love that was denied. Okay, so you're working to release the pain around the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We just spoke about the 3 of Pentacles in reverse and why that occurred. There was a false start, there was some pain, there was some distortion. It didn't go the way we wanted because we were in attachment. We were in Swords energy. We were in our mind, not our heart. And so now here we're working to release this. Divine Feminines are saying, you know what? I'm so done with this cycle. I'm so done with this pattern. I'm completing it. 10 of Swords. I'm completing it with my masculine, with people in my life, with my family, with any new relationship, whether it's someone new, whether it's Divine Masculine, it doesn't matter. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with not having reciprocity. I'm done with not having somebody work with me. I'm done with over giving and not receiving. I'm just done. Divine Feminine is done. And this is a beautiful, profound energy to be in. This is kind of like what I'm getting is this is like post tower for some of you. So those of you that may have been trying to engage with your masculine at this time, working through union, whatever, whatever you want to call it, labels are labels. There could have been some setbacks, there could have been some disappointments, and this is really helping us draw us further into union, further into that Four of Wands energy that is exalted, that is divinely supported and guided, and that is truthful. Because there has been quite a setback. There's been quite a setback. And it's really coming through in the feminine's energy. And it's interesting because in the masculine read, it was like, wow, like, look at all this new energy. Like, what's going on here? And now I feel like we're getting the full picture, the full story that we're tuning in with the feminine because we can kind of see why. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Divine Feminine in your energy, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so in this deck, material and spiritual prosperity, and this energy of the Six of Pentacles is always around equal give and take, reciprocity. And in reverse, Divine Feminine has not felt that. She's felt herself fall back into these patterns of accepting breadcrumbs or accepting less than she knows she deserves. And so this has gotten her in her head. This has gotten her into the mind, into this Page of Swords energy, into this inner reflection. She's trying to get truthful. She's coming from a place of detachment. She's being analytical. She's being perceptive, and she's being blunt. She is we're a couple cards away from the Queen of Swords. So it's been challenging. This is a challenge. Page of Swords can speak to a challenge of the mind, of the intellect, needing to learn, needing to evolve, needing to grow. So she's really tuning into the power of her mind at this time to try and understand, how do we fix this? How do we shift this? How do we get out of this imbalance with the Pentacles? And she's wanting to take responsibility for any self-deception that she can own and she's been responsible for, because we have the Seven of Michael here, the Seven of Swords. So anywhere that she has not been in her truth or divinity, or she's been deceiving herself, she's been deceiving Divine Masculine, and her deception is more around not putting herself first and falling back into these patterns. But you know what's coming from this? You know what's so beautiful is this card that came out is Ace of Wands. A new beginning. This is a gift. This is a divine gift of passion. And I'm really getting this as masculine's energy here, Divine Feminine. So as you detach, as you really analyze, as you look at this from this higher perspective, using your mind as a tool and really detaching from the emotion and the pain, it feels like you've had your pain, you've sat with it, you've worked through it, and now we're more in mind space. And that's okay. Mind is a tool, it's a gift. So now that you're really working through this, you're reflecting on masculine's deception, you're reflecting on your own deception, you're trying to take responsibility and ownership, you're learning, you're trying to figure out why this happened, where you went wrong again. And then we get masculine's energy here with the Ace of Wands, inspired action, divine spark, divine intervention, passion, a choice. He's inspired. We have Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So planting new seeds, practical action, taking action, moving forward. Yeah, that's always how it works in this journey. I mean, I'm sure we've seen this 100 times, depending on how long you've been on the journey. When feminine detaches, when feminine trusts, and here we go. This is a very similar message we're getting. So Divine Feminine is in Five of Pentacles. Okay. Loss, out in the cold, forgotten. It's painful. Separation. This is separation. I'm really getting for Divine Feminine. She feels separated. She's turning her back. She's closing the door. She's going inward. She's going to nurture herself, take care of herself. Because of that, it's getting clarified by the Two of Cups. So this is bringing your union to you, Divine Feminine, a more higher aligned union. You must trust this. You must know this in your heart. We're getting the King of Swords over here with the Five of Cups. So the King of Swords Your masculine is showing up here as the King of Swords, and he is in his pain. He is in the heart. He's working to release his regret and pain. And it's like you turning away and putting him out in the cold is revealing this Two of Cups and clarifying it for him. It's bringing it in because he needs to be in the action, taking charge, moving forward. You can't be in that. You can't be in your distorted masculine. And I feel like that's where you were, and that's why it didn't work. So now that you're detaching, now that you're letting go, now that you're focusing on yourself, this Two of Cups can find you. And it's really bringing some clarity, truth, knowing to your masculine. And it's from this heart space with this Five of Cups. I love that we keep seeing the cups for him. And then for the divine feminine, we're seeing so many pentacles and swords, right? So the King of Swords is using his intellect and his mind and his knowing and his consciousness to embrace and embody his heart and feel. And this also is this, like, when we get to the Five of Cups and we're not in like the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups is a place of like really heartfelt feeling, and also it's being able to objectively see truth for what it is and being able to say, you know what, it happened that way, but it happened for a reason, and that's okay. And I'm going to do better. Like I have a second chance is kind of the energy of the Five of Cups. Yeah. Oh, this is a very interesting message so far. Okay. Okay. Give me just a second with this one. Wow. Okay. So we have the Emperor here, authority. We got Spirit is really trying to give a very specific message here, story. Okay, so Queen of Swords in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse. You're not going anywhere with your Emperor Divine Feminine when you are in your distorted masculine. When you are in control, when you are attached to an outcome, when you are fearful. Queen of Swords in reverse to me is fearful, and she's manipulative. And she's trying to control this figure, this emperor that cannot be controlled. He is an authority figure. He will not be controlled, and he will retaliate against any feeling of control. So this could all be energetically, but for some, I feel like you could have been having actual 3D experiences with one another and relating in this way. Yeah, okay, let me keep going with the message. So it's at a standstill. We're not going anywhere. We're not moving forward. We're not in any new inspired action direction, which is what the Three of Wands is in upright. We're not in that when we're in the Queen of Swords in reverse, Divine Feminine. So this perhaps could be a warning for you. This could perhaps be an acknowledgement, a Tower moment. This perhaps could be a specific message from your Divine Masculine. Your Divine Masculine who's like, yeah, I want to tell you what's in my heart. I want to claim you. I want this union. You know, watch the Divine Masculine reading. You'll see they're very, very focused on you in this connection. But they're like saying to you here, when you're like this, I can't. I'm going to be defensive. There's going to be a loss here with this Four of Cups. So Seven of Wands here. I'm going to be defensive. I'm not going to let you in. I'm not going to share my truth. I'm not going to be vulnerable. That's going to co-create a Four of Cups situation for both of us, where there's a loss, where there was an opportunity for wish fulfillment. There was an opportunity for connection, but you know, the cup's going to be tipped over. It's not going to work. There's going to be defensiveness. Okay. And there's this Ten of Cups here. There's this Ten of Cups that's available, Divine Feminine, and it's on the table. It's almost like the message here is your Divine Masculine is saying this Ten of Cups is on the table. It's here. I want to be in this emotional fulfillment with you. By the way, I didn't let you know. The Four of Wands is our bottom of the deck for this clarifier, okay? So this is all about foundations, strong, solid, sturdy foundations. It's the Twin Flame card, the 1111. It's about union, okay? So this is what we're working through. And it feels that this moment had to happen, Divine Feminine, to get you out of any distortion, to get you out of any places that you perhaps were still hooked, clinging. And you wouldn't have known that until this last experience or this experience that's about to come, because that's how we learn. But I just want to reiterate that the 10 of Cups is on the table. And I'm getting this as like a strong message from your masculine that's like, I'm trying to show you how to love me. I'm trying to show you how to have this with me. I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to build this new love template with you. And we teach people how to love us, right? Divine Feminine. So it feels like this is your masculine really being in their Emperor energy, really being in their truth. And that's beautiful to see. And this is just a little bit of that karmic stuff left over within your system, a little bit of that societal programming, conditioning that you might still be holding on to a little bit. That's all it is. So this is really beautiful energy. Wow, the messages that have come through have been really inspired. I feel like there's a lot to unpack in those messages. Let me know how those resonate. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm actually going to go to the Starseed Oracle just to grab some kind of specific messages for Divine Feminine, support messages, if you will, to kind of work through this, to see where she's at energetically, and then we'll get some outcome. Forgive the dog noises. We have a very full house of dogs at this time. Okay. Oh gosh, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Lots of dog chaos at the house right now. Okay, so let's find some messages for Divine Feminine. Wow, okay, Divine Feminine. It's looking up, baby girl, baby boy. Okay, yeah. All right, so we're getting Child of the Cosmos here. This is a beautiful energy. The intelligence of the universe lies within you, Divine Feminine. You are the High Priestess. You are the Empress. You know what to do. You know how to move forward. You know how to act in your best interest. And everything that you're experiencing right now is divine. It's guided. It's ascending you. It's moving you forward. Even when you feel like you're stagnant, even when you feel like that's not the case, that is the case. And this is Spirit. This is your galactic family, your starseed origins reminding you of that. You signed up for this. You knew what was coming. And this is just, remember who you are. Remember you're not alone. Remember you are deeply connected. You are supported every step of the way. So is your masculine. And you're called. You're being called right now. This is an initiation to step onto the path of deeper, deeper mission work, okay? Everything that you're experiencing right now are things that you're going to be able to teach and to pass on to others to help them with their light work, to help them shine brighter, to help them. This is soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Yeah, so whenever we get this kind of call and this initiation, it can mean that there might be some difficulty, okay? It can mean that there's like some purging that needs to be occurring, okay? Yeah, it's like when we're initiated to the next phase of our evolution, to the next step of our growth, there's a closing of a chapter, there's an ending, and then there's usually like a transmuting and purging of whatever was still in that's not in alignment for where we're going. So this is kind of just that, keep going, you're on the path, you're on track. Don't get rattled and discouraged by any contraction or difficulty. It's all for your best light, good, higher good. Okay, star bathing. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Yeah, so many of us are going through activations right now and transmissions, with this channel, the crown chakra being the bottom of the deck for the first pull of cards. I feel that you are getting a lot of downloads, a lot of higher knowledge is coming forward for you at this time, and it's important for you to be in self-care, nourishment, taking care of your body. We have the summer solstice this weekend, so getting outside is going to be really nourishing, earthing, connecting to the earth, whether that's through water, earth, fire, sitting around a fire, wind, air. These are all going to be really important things for nourishment as you're going through these upgrades and activations. crystal grid, light body. Yeah, in this card, if you can see, she's just lying down and she's trusting and she's allowing the activations to work around her. She's right here. She's allowing this energy to work for her, not against her. So this also feels like a message, Divine Feminines. Allow, allow, allow. Surrender, surrender. You are not meant to be in this action. You are not meant to be in this, like, especially around these connections. You're not meant to be fighting for it. You're not meant to be, like, working extra hard for it. That's you overgiving. That's you in distorted masculine. Excuse me. So lie down. Allow, allow, allow. Allow it to happen. Okay, so we're going to grab some energy to leave you with, kind of where this is going. What's coming next? I also am being guided to say, you have, it's hilarious. Let me share my message before I go to the card. You have the strength and the power within you, Divine Feminine, to weather whatever storm you feel you might be in. And this may not have anything to do with your Divine Masculine. This may be in your 3D life. This may be in relationships. This just may be around difficulty that's coming up for you at this time. You have the strength and the power and the capabilities to weather this storm. And then the message I pulled for you was go the distance. Do not give up. I feel that some Divine Feminines have felt this, like, oh, let me just give up. Whatever tower moments have just come up for you. But Spirit's saying, nope, this is meant for you. You got to keep going. You got to find your treasure island. I love this card because this card is, so what's coming next? It's a slow and steady because there's our turtle. You know, and I know, you know, sea turtles are faster than land turtles, but that just popped out at me, and that doesn't always pop out at me when I get this card. So it's really popping out at me in relation to this go the distance. So it's kind of like slow and steady. Trust that your treasure is here. It's coming. But you gotta stay with it. Stay the course. Stay in trust. Stay in your inner knowing. Do not let fear come in and interfere and get you off your path and off your course. So it's slow and steady. It's slow and steady, but go the distance. Okay, and then the last card is stay flexible. So yeah, this is that detachment, letting go, surrender. Do not be in this energy of attachment, control. That's going to hurt you. What's going to benefit you is this flexibility. Spirit is saying stay flexible. Don't be attached to an outcome. Don't think you know or you have an understanding. There are blessings here for you that are coming, Divine Feminine. That is what's next. What's next? Bottom of the deck, blessed. Absolutely blessed. And definitely watch the Divine Masculine reading because the cards that came out for them on what's next were absolutely stunning and will make your heart very happy. So if you haven't already seen that, definitely check that out. But blessed, bottom of the deck, that's what's coming. You are just in a testing ground right now, and you're being asked to learn this flexibility, learn this detachment. You're being asked to persevere, to go the distance, and the promise is this treasure. The treasure is yours, Divine Feminine. All right, beautiful Divine Feminines, I hope this message resonated. I would love to hear if you have any thoughts or insights from it, so definitely share that with me in the comments below. Sending you so much love. If you'd like to book a personal reading, all that information is in the description box below. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Much love.